Hi everyone, it's Rhonda. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just checking all of the corners of this video to make sure nothing's out of place, and we will start my design team project for Chapter 1 papers. I used the lovely Delicate Blooms, Coffee and Cream, Label Mixtures, and Neapolitan Rose Ephemera. And I'll link those all below for you so you can just click on them. And what happened was I had created this antique cabinet card photo journal because I love making these. They're a little time consuming, but you have to hole punch each page. And I actually pulled out my vintage book pages, authentic book pages, and I found this one, Love and Friendship. So I made sure that was the first page, and then I just started integrating digitals from Chapter 1 papers and original papers. Now, someone in a prior video asked me on the ring binding, you know, how do you get the papers not to tear? Well, this one felt just a little delicate, so I folded over, and you can see I folded over so that it gave it more strength. But you can also add those hole reinforcers. You can make those very easily. So I try to choose papers that are strong. I'm sure somewhere along the line the papers have torn. And so you can see how I do Chapter 1, and then I do tea stain papers. I love these papers. That one was from the Delicate Blooms. Some coffee stain paper, some French original antique document papers. Just integrate, you know, just mix them up. Mix them up. And then whoever gets this journal can go ahead and fill it up with what they want. There's pockets, and if they want to replace pages, they certainly can. But that's what I made the other day, and I decided to make one with you. I love this photo. And then I actually think this is from my friend Carrie. I'm not sure. So I just added one of these papers in the back from Chapter 1. And then here is a bag. And what I'm going to do is slip in some of these copied photos, antique photos of mine, in these bags. So I will show you what you need. You're going to need a cabinet card. If you don't have a cabinet card photo, it's very stable. I love this one. I hope it's not a super glare. It's a mother and her daughter. Looks like they're in the snow-covered sidewalk shopping. Then take a copied photo and then find the thickest you know, cardboard or whatever, like the back of a paper pad, like I've done here. And there you have your papers, your book, your covers. So first of all, let me show you, put those over there. I'll put these photos behind me. I'll show you some of the digitals that I used, because in these two journals, I wanted to make sure that it looked like old wallpaper, and so that's what I did. Some of these made it, some of these didn't. I have extras because I plan on making more of these. I've got to use up my cabinet cards. Yep, see, you'll see more. Yeah, these are all from Chapter 1 papers. There might be one more kit that I'm not remembering, but that might be coffee and cream. Yeah, that's what I did. So then I printed off, put these aside, and I printed off some things to make pockets. I like that one. And that one, you can use part of that, you can use half of that. A lot of possibilities here. Yeah, these are all Chapter 1 papers. And this one really caught my eye. And this one. And then this one. So pretty. All right, let me put those aside for now. So I've gone ahead and hole punched the cover, and I hole punched the first 2 pages, which is, this one is called Me and Juliet. Again, it's an original book page. And then I've chosen my papers. Now, what I need to show you is when you're choosing your papers and you want them to fit your picture. So let me find one. Okay, I'm right here. Sorry. We'll just use this one as an example. So all I did to make sure that they fit, you just choose which way you want it to go. And I just lined it up. And you can either take a pencil and mark it, or you can fold it over and make a crease and then, you know, tear it the way that you tear. You might use a ruler, you might use your scissors, but that is exactly what I did for each page. You could go this way so that you're not wasting paper. And if you choose a smaller one, you could probably get 2 pages out of this one. You could even make one a short page and get 2 pages out of that. So you actually get 4 pages out of 1 piece of paper. That's all I did. I folded some and some I marked, and it just worked out. So now we're going to match this up. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I see where I might want to trim it, but this cardstock or this back that I'm using is really thick. So I'm hoping, what happened to my, oh here. I just lined that up with the original. Oh boy, might have to use the pencil kind. Just mark your pencil mark. And is that what I wanted that way? Nope, I did it upside down. This way. Make sure that's still going to work. And it is. Yeah, what I found is if you twist this, it goes through. But I just put lotion on my hands. So we're having a little issue. There we go. Just keep twisting it. It should go through. There. It didn't pop, but it went through. Oh, there it popped. Let's see. One more time. Yeah, I knew this one was going to be difficult because it's so thick. My goodness. Only when you're live. Heavens to Betsy. I knew I should have done this off camera. Trying really hard. It's not helping. Okay, let me pause you for a second. Okay, that took a little muscle. And there you have it. Your two holes, your front and your back. So then, let's see. I said I had the first 2 pages done. There we go. Let me move this over. And then I typically take 2 pages at a time and match them up to the cover. Let me see. Oh, I see what the problem is. Kind of there. It was so thick that it couldn't get through to the hole to punch. I should have looked at that. Okay. Then I just boom, boom. That's what I do. Turn it over. 2 more pages. Just like that. Turn them over. Okay. I think you get the idea. So I'll pause it and go through these and then put one together. Just a little time consuming, but let's see. I'm only doing 2 at a time. Okay, so let me pause you one more time. Okay, all done. Got everything hole punched, and this thing is a workhorse. I have a crocodile, but you don't want to know my opinion on that. Companies that sell you products that don't have 1 page, not even 1 word of instructions, that's not good. So anyway, these are these little, I don't know how big they are. I know someone will ask. I think these are 1 inch. Yeah, these are 1 inch rings. I've got more coming that are all different sizes. And these are the Tim Holtz, and they're very, very hard to open initially. So let me move that over. So what I do is I turn over the cover, and I start with the front. And I put it in the front and in the back. The front and then the back. It's kind of a delicate little situation. I laugh because it's not. But you're basically just feeding it through a couple pages at a time. And, you know, it's like I said, these are different. They're a little time consuming. But I love them. And they usually just go in effortlessly. Just like that. And then you're going to get to a point where you're like, well, I'm going to have to add it to that side. And that's your preference. Now I'm hoping that this goes in easily, but I don't think it is. I didn't hole punch it, but there's all these little holes in here, so I took one from there. Let's see, without moving it too much, if I could get one more. Might have to make another hole because that looks kind of... Let's move this one up a little. There, that's fine. Okay, 2 pages. I just want to make sure you're not going to pull these out. Okay, so now I think I'm going to start adding to the back. And because, oh, I got confetti everywhere from the hole punching, you have to turn it upside down to get them in there. Match them up. And they just slip on. There we go. I actually pulled out my vintage music books. Oh, see, that one's very thin. I'm not going to put that one in. It punched crooked, so. And here. And there you have it. Click, click. And there you have it. You can add more pages. Now, if you're going to add more pages, this is what I've learned, because I'm self-taught. I've not been to any classes. If you're going to add any pages, you want to make sure you... Where did it go? There it is. You want to make sure that this one's being a real... Oh, because that's why. That should turn more easily. There. You want to make sure that where you open it is in the middle. Okay. You're going to want to clip both sides. Okay. And then open it up, and you won't lose the direction of the holes, as they call it. And that's what I do. And then you open it up, add your papers, and you don't lose anything. So we've done that. And next I will show you, you can add to these the beautiful, this one's from the Neapolitan Rose Ephemera. No. Is it? Yes, the Neapolitan Rose Ephemera kit. There are seed packets, and I want to add some of these in there. So let's see. They're beautiful just the way they are, but you can decorate them. Just fold them over. And glue. Not that. I was just about to call this a no-sew, no-glue, but we're going to glue. Oops. What the heck did I do here? There. There you go. Fold that a little bit better. That just gives it more room. It's a little puffy. But that's what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to add these to these two journals. Then I have, and I just made this, I ordered rubber bands and they came in this box. And then I just covered the lid with one of my favorite images. Let's see if I can open this without hurting myself. There. And then I printed out the labels mixture kit. And there's a lot of labels in here. And I'll be putting those in here, gluing them down because I love them. I love this one. Yeah, you could put that on the outside if you wanted. So I'm going to be doing that. But then I'm going to be adding, like I said, these printed copies of my antique photos. And I'll be cutting those and adding those inside the journals so that whoever purchases this journal will be able to put these photos in. I'd like to sell these, but I don't know how. I'm trying to think about that. So let me get a couple photos. Whoops. And not that. Something that'll fit in those pockets. Anyway, I just wanted to show you some more of the Chapter 1 papers that were in here. I'm going to have to trim that lace, I can tell you right now. So yeah, the beautiful papers. Lovely flowers, it says. Okay, so back here in this one is a big envelope. So I think these ladies will fit. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Yeah. So these ladies will go in here. And then I'm not sure, due to time. Oh, that is so pretty. I might clip a few photos from my kit in these ring-bound journals. And, well, we have some time. Let's see. I always like to incorporate antique photos, don't I? Okay. Oh, doesn't that look sweet? I like it. I could actually use the tape as well. This is what I'm saying. These Chapter 1 papers go with these old photos. A lot of nice digitals do. But I really like that. That is pretty. I mean, there's so many pages in here. I didn't really count. But it would be a lot of fun to work in it. Yeah, I had to explain to my nephew. He goes, "Auntie, I watch your videos and you pause a lot." I said, he goes, just like Grandma did. And I said, no, honey. I said, when you're filming, words just escape you, and you're like, because you're trying to do so many things at once. And so yeah, he's so funny. I had to explain to him that it wasn't that I'm, you know, getting so old, although I am. But yeah, I thought he was cute and funny. Love that kid so much. Anyway, I mean, this big picture, I love this picture so much. And I think this larger journal will actually do well in this one. Definitely will go in a pocket, if not that glassine. Okay, so it won't go that way, we know. So let's try that glassine. Yep, it'll fit. Put it right in there. You see her? She's free and dancing. I would love a dress like that. I think that dress is awesome. Okay. Well, that's a longer video for you ladies. Oh, here's another pocket. Okay. I could have put that one in that pocket. Let me see. Is there any big ones behind me? Yeah. Well, they're not that big, but I love this picture because it's written on 1919. Can you imagine? I'm going to have to recut this. Oh boy. Don't want to cut off the 1919. There you go. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to make longer videos. I've been requested to make longer videos, so I might have to make several and attach them to each other. But that's my design team project for Chapter 1 Papers. Thank you, Susan and Jan. You guys are the best. Oh, I have something to share with you. I hope you enjoyed that. Those are fairly easy to make. But Jan and Susan sent me a gift. I was so excited. Let me see if I can get it out of this box and out of your way. Here we go. I was not expecting anything like this. Oh, you guys, look. From the UK. Just beautiful little pieces of ephemera, and this is delicately needlepoint, some lace I've never seen before, and wallpaper, original wallpaper. I just oohed and ahed and came in here after I even got my PJs on and went to bed and opened it up again. I just love everything. Yep. So old, 1812. Some velvet. Just beautiful. And an old envelope. And that. Master Charles. My mom had a brother named Charles. And I think that might have been in here. Look at this. Just gorgeous. And then in here, there's a nice card. Look at these. I don't even know what these are. I think this was in this glassine. It said Lady Moore. But this absolutely took my breath away. Look at this little page. I've never seen anything like that, and it's religious. And then there's more needlepoint, cross stitch, whatever. It's just beautiful. Lady Moore. And then this presentation is amazing. This is made in England. And here's some more ephemera. Wow. Just really pretty. And look at this. Super sheer. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Been wanting to use some of these papers after I copied them. Just loved them all. And then at the bottom was all this. That's sewn on there. Isn't that a cute idea? And this little booklet. Amazing. And then this was in there. I don't know what that is. Fabric. It looks like old wallpaper. Just amazing and gorgeous. Oh, I was so excited. Still am, can you tell? More of that dusty pink. I love it. And then here's some more ephemera, more wallpaper. 1889. Beautiful ledger. Some tissue paper vellum. Oh, and more of that. Yep. Look at that. Would that not make a great cover? I couldn't sell it. Don't ask. And this ledger, French ledger. Oh, Susan and Jan, you guys made my month with that. I was very, very touched and appreciative. You ladies are so sweet, and this whole community is so sweet. So I thank you for watching, and I will be back next Friday. Take care, everyone.